2 days in a row. Your girl hit 2 days in a row. I did do it horizontal this time. I know a lot of y'all probably don't even notice, but when you go live vertically, it just brings in crazy people. I don't know why, but hey, y'all, and happy Tuesday. I am on here, of course, talking about high income skills, digital marketing, digital products, affiliate marketing. And I'm talking to the people who actually want to know how to start, the people who are serious, the people who truly want to know more, the people who are ready to move. Whoever liked the live, thank you for liking the live. Um, y'all, if y'all are new here, my name is Lane, and I hop on here from time to time and just talk about, the journey, how I started, how I was able to learn this skill, leave my job, and teach other women especially, how they can do the same thing, no matter who you are, no matter what your background is, no matter how old you are, no matter how young you are, y'all, it does not matter. It doesn't matter. So if y'all do come in the live, let me know where y'all watching from. Say hi, say something, y'all, and come with questions. If y'all have questions, put them in the chat, and I'll be more than happy to answer. I don't even remember what I put as the title, y'all. What I put as the title, because I can't see it. I don't even remember what I said on the title. But yeah, pretty much we talking about digital marketing, affiliate marketing. Yesterday I did a live just kind of breaking down what each were, what digital products is, what digital marketing is, and how to actually get started. So this is just kind of piggybacking off the same thing I talked about yesterday. And like I said, if this live is not for you, please feel free to scroll. If you don't want to learn how to make income online, nobody's keeping you here. Nobody's making you watch. Scroll on, okay? I'm talking to people who truly want to change their life, get out of corporate America, get out of the rat race, and build skills that give them their time back. Hey, Juju, how are you? I'm doing good. I am doing good today. Hopefully, you are doing well. But yes, I'm talking to those people or people who want to earn extra income on the side of the income that they already make. If that's not something you want to do, then scroll on away, right? Y'all let me stop. No, I'm serious though. Scroll on away. But like I said, y'all, I have tons of videos. I don't want to keep coming on here repeating myself when really you have to repeat yourself over and over again. But I'm not going to keep repeating myself on the basics, put it like that, because I have tons of videos on my channel where you can go look. And I pretty much talk about everything, give away all kinds of free information. You literally can go through my videos and figure out exactly what to do, right? And what to start with. But I do like to still get on live just in case people have questions in real time. Hey, CE Overtime. CE Overtime. How are you? But yep, y'all. So pretty much, quick backstory in case I do have new people in here. I started my journey in the digital marketing space back in 2024, April to be exact. And y'all, hold on. I'm trying to make sure. I'm doing good. Yes, I'm doing great. And that's good that you're doing good as well. Yes, y'all. But I started my journey April of 2024. I documented the entire thing here on this same exact channel. So I mean, the proof is not realizing in the moment that I was documenting my journey. You know how that go? Like when you show up and you post content and you going live, you making videos, you talking about it. In the end, not realizing where I was gonna get to and that it was really me documenting the journey, right? Because you don't really know in the moment. I've been so inspired by your journey. Oh, thank you. Have you started? No, for real. Have you started though? Have you tried to do this? But yes, you said I've been watching you since you was working at the bank job. Yes, I was talking about it yesterday on live. See, you've been here since the beginning, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. Uh, yeah, I talked about that a little bit yesterday, like how I literally documented the journey, like before I even knew about digital marketing, and I used to talk about my job, how much I hated it, and because it was making me miserable in real life, y'all, I did something about it. That's how I discovered digital products. I'm doing it. You're doing okay. That's good. I'm glad you are. But yeah, that's how I got into it. She just said it. Pretty much hating my job, y'all. Most of us don't like our job. I'm just being honest. Majority of the people I come across don't like the job. And if you're not getting paid enough and you don't like the job, that's two bad things. That's two of the wrong bad things, right? It's like if I get paid enough, I can deal with a little bit of uncomfortable being uncomfortable, right? But the fact whenever you don't make decent money and you hate the job, oh no. Only somebody insane is gonna keep waking up doing the same thing and not try to do anything different, y'all. So if you sitting here listening to me and not saying nothing in the chat, because I know y'all in here, y'all be in here, y'all don't say nothing, and then as soon as I get off the live, y'all be DMing me for questions. I mean, I don't mind, but if you in here listening and you know you don't like your job, if you know you wanna, even if you love your job, you know you want your time back and you want to be able to wake up when you want to wake up, control your full day, and do the things you want to, baby, just overall, just do the things that you want to do. I'm telling you, learn high income skills. And the high income skill you should be learning is digital marketing, y'all. It's so many different things you can do. A lot of people have this misconception that you have to teach people how to make money. No, that's just the niche that I'm in. You Digital products come in all different niches. It could be, if you're good with relationships, if you're good with cooking, you can make a digital ebook. If you're good with fitness, like, it's all different. Wellness, beauty, health, relationships, all kinds of stuff, y'all. So this is just what I do. But I feel like everybody should be selling some form of a digital product. You should be. Same, doing good, just getting off. Why? Oh, off work. I was like, huh? Off work. Okay, Juju. So you getting off work? That's good. I don't work in fraud and disputes, and I'm over it. I don't. I work in fraud. Right. Oh, I already know you going through it, baby. Oh, I already know you going through it because I used to do disputes. So I used to do disputes when I worked for the bank, and that's the work. Matter of fact, that just almost made me scream when you said that, because that was one of the things I hated the most, doing disputes. And people be crazy. They be calling in trying to dispute stuff, 30, 40, 50 charges. I'm like, how the hell you got 50 charges on this account and you just not disputing? And then if they within a certain time frame, you gotta do the shit. I'm like, oh. And then when they don't get that immediate credit, now they mad. Now they mad 'cause they didn't get no immediate credit, so now they about to cuss you out. Like, I know all of that. But that's when we would transfer their ass to the real dispute team. Go over there and talk to them. Talk to them. Yeah, that's stressful. Dealing with finances, money, and people is always going to be stressful. Exactly. Yeah, it's crazy. I teach people how to find jobs. I've been making decent from it. Okay, that's good. That's good. See, that's crazy. I remember doing them all the time. It was insane. Like, just people are crazy. And they're never to blame for any of their mistakes, y'all. But that was like I say, that job I had working for the bank was the job that just pushed me over the edge. Like, I've been working 9 to 5s, of course, my whole life, because that's all they teach you growing up. They don't teach you how to be an entrepreneur in school. They don't even talk about it. All they teach you is go to college, get out, get a job, work for somebody else for the rest of your life till you 65, retire, and die the next couple years, right? Literally. I did not want that for my life. And it took me this long to figure it out. It took me working that bank job to figure out, baby, I'm not doing this for the rest of my life. And that's crazy, because I actually worked before the bank job, I worked in construction. Like, I worked in construction, and I didn't even feel that bad when I worked in construction. But the bank job did it. And I know why. I know exactly why. Thank you. Speak your truth. Exactly, dead end mindset. And that's a lot of people. A lot of people have that mindset. They stuck in, like, 9 to 5. I come on here, I give people, tips, tricks, tell them exactly how to start. I A lot of people been here since the beginning of my journey. They know exactly how I quit my job, and they still will just watch. And, like, some people, you just can't fix that. Like, you can't fix the mindset. And then people wonder why they be broke and struggling. It's a broke mindset. And that's why I say most of the time I blame people for being broke. Like, it's your fault. It's your fault. If you don't have no learning disability and ain't shit wrong with you, it's your fault. Because there's so many different things that we can do. And digital marketing being on the scene like it is, like, there's no reason, y'all. You can make Like I literally made $500 today already. It's 4 o'clock where I'm at. I barely been online today from selling a digital product, and most of my income from today is coming from a 20 something dollar product. And people don't understand like the I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. All I can do is come on here, give the information, and answer people's questions, but I can't force people to do nothing. You have to sometimes people got to get so uncomfortable before they realize like they want a different life. And that's what happened for me cuz I worked construction, y'all. And it's crazy because I worked 13-hour days when I worked construction. I used to do a lot of turnarounds or shutdowns. I don't know if y'all familiar with that, but I live by like a major chemical plant, Dow to be exact. And I worked there. And I worked 13-hour days, 12, 13-hour days. And I worked 13 days straight with 1 day off. And I used to do that for months. And then I would be off for like a month and go do another one. And I used to wear steel toe boots. I used to have a hard hat, but I didn't do strenuous work. But I did used to have to go in the plant. But I literally handed out equipment and radios, right? So I wasn't out there like on tools or nothing like that. But I was out there, and I was making good money. I'm talking about good money. But when I looked at the bigger picture, it's like, yeah, I'm making great money, but how many goddamn hours y'all taking away from me? I'm out here more than I'm at home. And this was when my kids was a little bit younger. I missed so much stuff. Like I missed so much stuff at the school because I was always at fucking work. I was always at work. Yeah, I made good money, but it's to sacrifice that much time to make the money is insane. I was getting like 80 plus hours a week. Like who in the that's crazy, right? So that job wasn't even the job though that pushed me to digital marketing. Like in that moment, I still didn't have the mindset of, okay, let me go learn a skill so I can be an entrepreneur. I still didn't think of that, right? Because I liked what I did. I enjoyed being to work. I enjoyed going around those people that I used to be around. I just hated, the amount of time I had to give. So I wasn't uncomfortable enough. But baby, when I left construction and went to uh the bank, because I left construction and I did a drastic change. I went into banking, working from home. That's a big change. So I went from being out in the field to working from home, which I thought was a good thing at first. Baby, you would go crazy. I commend anybody who work at home, especially if you're on the phone talking to people all day. If you do that, baby, I already know what you're going through if you're talking to people. So I work at fintech and it's production heavy. Okay, that's fear. Just do it. Exactly. Fear stops a lot of people from moving, and then they wonder why they life passed them by. Exactly. And them the same broke folks that be trying to call digital. Exactly. I was saying that yesterday. I'd be like, y'all gotta quit with that scam mentality. I said, at the end of the day, you gotta be smart enough to do your own research. And I even said, like when I started digital marketing, I my first immediate reaction when I found it, because I only found out about it because the bank job drove me nuts. And that job was the job that literally had me about to crash out mentally. Y'all, I've never dealt with mental health ever. And I've always been the person who didn't I don't want to say I didn't believe in that because I don't want to trigger nobody in here. But I've always been the person who felt like, okay, that's not something I'm gonna have to ever worry about. Like baby, that job had me about to crash out. And then I understood like how people be spiraling and going into depression. And because of all of that, that's what pushed me to learning, trying to find another way to make money. And that's what made me realize I didn't want to work for nobody after that. I was like, I ain't doing this shit. I was like, I'm done with the corporate America. And it's crazy. And I'm glad that happened because if it wasn't for that, I probably would have just found another job. And that's how I discovered digital marketing in the first place. And my first reaction, what I was gonna say was, I'm not gonna lie, when I first started seeing it all over Instagram, my first reaction, because you see people with screenshots talking about $1,000, $2,000 day, $3,000 day, waking up to sales in their sleep. And when my first reaction was like, okay, now what kind of SCAM they got going on? That was my immediate reaction, right? But you gotta be smart. That's why I say everybody ain't got wisdom. Everybody don't got discernment. And it's just you, I can't give it to you. If God ain't give it to you, I can't help you. So I was like, okay, let me figure this. And I started watching more people the more people I see, you have to realize, okay, this can't be a scam, because how is it so many people saying the same thing from all different walks of life, different backgrounds, different colors, different ages, men and women? I mean, at some point, you got to use your brain and realize it's not, right? And it didn't take me long to realize that it wasn't. And like I said, I bought UBC. Those of y'all who've been here from the beginning, I bought a $500 course from a complete stranger on the internet because I knew that it was either me invest in that and learn this skill, or me not invest and let fear stop me and I just keep the same reality. Like, I knew I would just wake up every day being miserable at this job, and I was like, nope, I'd rather spend $500 and try something new. And it was the best $500 I ever spent, because I literally spent 500, didn't know how I was gonna make the payments because I did it on a payment plan, and turned around and made $10,000 the very next month. Now, I could have let $500 stop me, and I would have never known what was gonna happen, right? And that's what I be telling people. Stop letting fear stop you, especially when you see people showing up all the time on a consistent basis, telling you the things, and you've been seeing people from the beginning to now do this, and then you still watch and you still second guess and you still say money is the issue. BS. Money is not the issue. When people tell me money is the problem, they ain't got the money, I don't want to hear it, because you can find the money. Use payment plans. Use Affirm, use Klarna, use Afterpay. There's no excuse. Money is not an excuse, because I guarantee if something else happened that you want and you really, really want it, and it's something you really like, you're going to find a way to pay for it, or you're going to sacrifice to get it. It's the same thing. People don't want to sacrifice to invest in a course because it's the unknown. So they rather just not do it. That's all it is. It don't have nothing to do with money. Nothing. And that's I think I read that. What do you think are the best platforms for selling digital products? All of them. All of them. I'm being honest. So I've been on YouTube. I'm on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. My TikTok is not really digital marketing, but I do have a small page on TikTok because I had to create a second page for that. But my main two platforms is YouTube and Instagram. All of them work. It's just what works for somebody may not work for somebody else. Some people try them all and they see success with the other, right? So all of them though, they all work. You can make income, you can make 4 or 5 figures plus every single month using all of them, or using one, or whichever one you that works for you. But there's no right or wrong. Most of my income comes from YouTube. And a lot of people are not on YouTube, they are on Instagram doing it and TikTok. But a lot of my income, majority of my money and income comes from YouTube. And every time I tell people that, they like, how? I'm like, it's the same shit. Like, I repurpose my reels that I post on Instagram most of the time are repurposed over to YouTube Shorts, because the shorts and the reels are the same, with a format, the same vertical format, y'all. And if you want to do long form on YouTube, you just need to do a long form video. It don't have to be super long. It can be like 7, 8 minutes. But same thing, especially if you on TikTok or Instagram, you might as well repurpose the content across all platforms, right? And see which one takes off. I mean, every now and then I gotta tweak like the caption or the ending, because YouTube works different from Instagram. What you say on Instagram, you may not say on YouTube, but at least the video is the same, and I'm not working extra hard to create a different video. But they all work. They absolutely all work. Yep, all of them work. When I first started, I first discovered digital products on Instagram, because that's where I bought UBC from a girl over there. And I already had a YouTube channel, but this YouTube channel wasn't digital marketing. Of course not, because I didn't know about it, right? You could literally go all the way back to the bottom of my channel and see that you never saw me talking about digital products, because what the hell was that? Um, I was doing like work from home content, coffee content, day in the life, that was getting me nowhere. Nowhere at all. Literally had 200 something subscribers. And when I discovered digital marketing on Instagram, I started my account faceless, as a faceless creator over there. And I was posting just stock images and images of the white ladies, the free content banks they used to give you. And I ended up making my first sale. I made my first sale, which was UBC. The same course I bought was the same course that I was able to sell and make money from. And once I made about 4 sales, that's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a video on YouTube. And I came over to YouTube and I did a sit down video just talking about UBC and how I got started and just showing the screenshot of the sales I made. And that's pretty much it. And I linked UBC in the caption. Y'all ended up making $10,000 and gaining about 1,500 subscribers like within 3 days. So I ended up getting monetized on YouTube because of that, y'all. And that was my first ever digital marketing video on YouTube. So my channel just naturally turned into that type of content. So, like I always tell people, people be like, their growth is slow, they're not growing, they're not getting no views. You never know which video is going to take or what video is going to be the video that takes off for you. That you can be sitting at 300 followers today and literally be sitting at 10,000 tomorrow. Like, literally. Especially on Instagram, y'all. And people think that's outlandish, but I've seen multiple people do it. I've seen it happen. So just because your growth may be slow, you may be gaining like 1 or 2 people here and there. That's not to say you're gonna be doing 1 or 2 people all the way up until this certain number. You may post this one video that takes off, and the next thing you know, you went from point A to point B overnight, right? I literally was stuck on Instagram, y'all, 1,000 something followers for months. I was about to quit Instagram. I think I said it on my lives multiple times. Yeah, I figured out how to work Instagram now. I figured out what to do. I know I have a whole growth strategy that I broke down in the ebook. And I literally gained 5,000 followers in less than 30 days. I went from being stuck at like 1,900, gaining 1 or 2 here and there, losing a couple, gaining a couple, losing a couple, gaining a couple, to gaining 5,000 in less than 30 days. This recent 30 days. So, and it's because I figured out what to do. I figured out how to move the needle on Instagram. I figured out how to grow and not just grow any kind of followers, to grow the right people, right? So I broke it down, put it into an ebook that people have been buying. Y'all been getting good feedback on it. People are telling me like it's good. They're learning a lot. They're getting views using the strategies, and it's not hard. And it's crazy that it took me this long to figure it out. But look, it is what it is. It is what it is. So I'm literally sitting at, let me see how many, 7,660 followers. The fact that I have that many followers is crazy to me, y'all. I literally was, when I tell y'all I was at 1,900 followers for the longest time, the longest time. That's insane. And I have 1.4 million views in the last 30 days. So yeah, don't give up. Whatever it is you're doing, don't give up, because you never know when you're gonna get that breakthrough. But you gotta be, sometimes you just gotta be willing to invest and learn different things, y'all. I've invested in a lot of things over the last 2 years, of my whole entire journey. And I don't regret none of it because it always taught me something or got me to the next step, right? Got me to the next step. Initially it does make you think, scam, because it's too good. Right, it's too good to be true. And the reason why is because we are so conditioned to think, oh, 9 to 5, you gotta work 8 hours, you gotta work hard for this money, and you ain't gonna make that much, right? It's because our brain, we know that when we go to work and we work a 9 to 5, you know exactly what you're gonna make. It's most of the time you know exactly what you're gonna make because you know what your check is, you know your salary, you know what your hourly is. So you already know what to expect. And if your ass don't go to work one day, you already know you finna be short, right? Like you already know. So, and if you want to make more than that, like I always say, guess what you got to do? You got to give them more time. If you want to make more, guess what? Now you got to work overtime. Who the hell trying to do that? The goal in life, y'all, is to make more money and work less. I literally went from working 8 to 10 hours a day, being stressed out, being cussed out on the phone, dealing with a bunch of BS from people who got phone courage, and to literally working 2 3 hours a day, making way more money and controlling my full 24 hours, all because I stopped and invested in a course and learned a skill and made money from it. That's it, y'all. It wasn't hard either. It wasn't hard because if you show up authentically you, Don't try to be anybody else. Don't come on here lying, talking about you made $2,000 and you know you didn't make $2,000, right? Just truly like document the journey. Talk about what you learning in the beginning. Talk about why you started. Talk about the reasons you're doing this. Like all of that kind of stuff is gonna build trust with the people following you. It's gonna build connection with the people following you. And trust me, you want that because that's how you're gonna make money. And then when your first sale finally come, guess what? Then you're gonna have one sale to talk about. When you get the second one, guess what? Now you got two. When you get the third one, now you got income. You know, you got more. But I've seen people, they be just starting and talking about they made XYZ. And I'm like, now I'm not saying it's not possible because I've seen people buy from me and literally make their money back like quick. But you know what I'm trying to say. Like if you don't do that and you just show up and really just be you, document the journey, I guarantee, and you put in the work and actually learn, reach out if you got questions, you can be successful with this. Anybody can. That's why you see so many people. But like I said, when I first seen it, I instantly thought, it wasn't true because I wasn't used to somebody saying they woke up and overnight they made $1,000. And I'm like, overnight while you sleep, you made $1,000. And then I'm like, what? And then you see people 3,000 in a day. I'm like, what? In a day? Baby, I ain't what? I'm barely making that a month. So your brain is not people's brains that's stuck in these 9 to 5s are not used to that. Baby, now that's how I know. Once you surround yourself with a different type of audience, different people, nothing surprises me. Nothing surprises me. I don't second guess numbers. When people be like they made 10,000 in a day, she did. She did. That's exactly what she did. Like it's not shocking anymore because my mind has evolved, right? And a lot of y'all got to get out of that broke mindset because in the online space, we not capped on income. We not capped at a certain hourly rate. You can have a good day today and make zero sales tomorrow, but guess what? You can surely make 10K in one day. It's very much so possible. You can make $1,000 in one day. You can make $1,000 in 5 minutes. That's the beauty of digital products because you can make money from anywhere at any time. Because while you sleeping and while you offline, all the content you've been putting out is working in your favor. And people see your content at different times of the day because social media is worldwide, right? So that's how that works. That's how that works. Yes, phone courage. Because I said, if I knew who these people was and saw them in person, I guarantee they wouldn't be on this phone acting the way they act. They would not. And it's crazy because that right there, that phone courage them people was having when I used to work my 9 to 5, that that's how I knew that it was time for me to leave. Either I was gonna leave or I was gonna get fired. So it was best for me to leave on my own accord because I was always that employee that wanted to make sure all my numbers, I met all my quotas, I met all my numbers, I kept my calls up, I was where I was supposed to be. I was on the phone when I was supposed to be on the phone. I took my breaks on time. Like that was me. Baby, towards the end of that, when I started getting stressed out and not giving a damn, baby, I was on that phone with them people. We was going at it. What you say? Huh? Okay. And I was when they came at me, I was coming at them. And I was like, baby, if they pull these calls, you is gone. And I'm like, at that point, when I started doing that, I knew that I didn't care no more. I was like, oh yeah, I'm done. I was like, this it. This is it. Cause I was like, I wasn't going for it. When they called me first thing in the morning and you screaming, ma'am, the screaming not gonna get you nowhere. If you want me to hang up, you can call back, but you're not gonna holler at me. That's literally what I was telling them. And if you work, you already know you can't say that. But I didn't care. I did not care. Child, I used to work at Comcast. I know exactly. Oh, I can only imagine the cable customers, the internet customers. Yes, y'all. That's why I say customer service is not for the weak. Working from home is not for the weak. And I be seeing people like in people's comments when they say they work from home. Oh, you got it made. No. Them people who work from home on the phone that talk, they don't got it made. They stressed out every day. They acting like they got it made. They stressed out and they about to crash out any second. I know. Like I know. I know exactly what's happening. I'd be like, mm-mm. I would have rather I contemplated because I worked for the bank for like 2.5 years. I contemplated going back to the chemical plant, working 12, 13 hour days and putting my boots back on than dealing with that stuff. Like I could go back to that job anytime I felt like it because I left on good terms. They didn't want me to leave. I still had contact with my supervisor. He was like, "Come back when you want to." Baby, I contemplated going back. I was gonna leave the house to go back and work out in the plant because that right there, I was like, this is not good for my mental health. It is not good. And it's crazy because it wore me down over time. Because in the beginning, I was that employee that was like, oh, I ain't worried about these people. I don't got to see these people. Oh, say what you want, click, and then go to the next one. Like, it didn't bother, it didn't phase me at first. But over time, baby, it just chipped away, chipped away, chipped away, chipped away. And I was like, oh, this is it. I'm not doing it. Because I started thinking about, like, okay, how long you going to do this? You going to do this forever? No, I'm not. I got to figure I was like, I gotta figure something else out. And that's when I started trying to find ways to make money. Thank God. Thank God, literally. And the number one thing that kept coming up when I kept Googling is digital products, digital marketing. And when I would go online, because once you search something one time on the internet, the algorithm think that's all you want to see. So it just kept pushing me more videos about people on the beach, people on vacation, people with the screenshots, people talking about $1,000 this, 2,000. I'm like, okay, okay, okay. And then I kept thinking, okay, I need to do whatever it is they're doing. And at that point, I got obsessed. I was obsessed. I was like, I need to live this life, right? And it was no price that was gonna stop me from doing it. So I bought UBC, y'all. So like I said, if you're new and you have not started, you don't know where to start. UBC is an affiliate course now. It's $499. You can start on a payment plan. You buy this course, y'all. You learn the skills. Your main reason for buying this program is to learn marketing, branding, sales, buyer psychology, all of that stuff. Because that's how you're going to get people to buy. That's how you're going to be able to make consistent sales. If you choose to resell the course as your own digital product so you don't have to create one from scratch, that's just a bonus, y'all. That's an added bonus because you can do that and make $400+ every time you sell it. So you don't got to create a product of your own. You can literally use the same one you learn it from and build a business around it. And that's literally what I did for 2 years until I finally built my own offer, right? So now I have my own offer, which is one-to-one coaching that I offer. And I'm in the process, y'all, building my own program. Finally, I'm actually almost done, y'all. I've been working on this thing for I don't know how long. And when I say it ain't for the weak, it's not for the weak. Because when I started doing it, and I don't know, y'all, I feel like God put it on my heart because I never had a desire to build my own. I don't want to call it a course, but I never had a desire to do this. I did the one-on-one mentorship, and that's the program I've been, promoting as my own. That's what I do. I help people who are inconsistent with sales and who are trying to get to those 5-figure months consistently. But I offer it one-on-one, 60-day one-on-one mentorship program. But then I started thinking, I was like, I think I need to build my own program. So that way, instead of me promoting UBC, I can promote my own, right? And I can control everything about it, the pricing, pretty much everything about it. But when I started creating it, I didn't realize how much work. Well, I did realize, but I didn't realize like how much actual work it was gonna take. But once I got like invested and I had already did so much work, I couldn't turn back. So now I had to finish it. And it's just so much that goes into it. Like even after you finish making the freaking program, it's a whole bunch of other shit you got to worry about before you even launch it. And I'm like, oh Lord. But it's gonna be well worth it in the end, y'all. It's gonna be well worth it. Like I said, if you somebody who truly want to learn this skill, you want to learn it the right way, you can start with UBC or you can wait on my product that's coming out. That's pretty much taking everything I've learned over the last 2+ years and putting it into my own program. Simple as that, y'all. But let me know if y'all got any questions, y'all, because I don't want to be on here too long. Let me know if anybody does have questions. Honestly, y'all, there's no perfect time. There's no perfect time to start. You just got to start. If you somebody who been watching me, you don't say nothing, you in here, you don't be talking, I ain't mad at you because that's me, y'all. I will be in somebody's live and I'm probably not gonna talk. I'm probably not gonna ask questions, but I'm listening. And if I feel like what you offering is what I need, I'm gonna buy it. Like that's just me. So I get it. But if you've been watching me since the beginning and you haven't did anything, oh, that's not good. Because by now you could have already made thousands. You could have already quit the job. But you've been watching or you've been letting fear stop you, y'all. And fear is just gonna hold you back. It's gonna hold you back. I made that video. I got a YouTube short, y'all, about the 24 hours where I had the piece of paper. I don't know if y'all saw it or not, but the video, I didn't expect to get so many views and so many comments. Like, people literally commented clarity because I told them to, not realizing, like, girl, you ain't got no way to get to convert to get these people, because it's not like Instagram where I can do an auto DM, right? But it's so many of y'all commenting clarity. Some of y'all doing what y'all need to do. Some of y'all reaching out. Some of y'all taking next steps. But it's so many of y'all that's not. And if you truly want clarity and you want to know how to take back your time, y'all, this is how you do it. This is how you do it, by learning a high income skill. And yes, it's gonna cost you money. A lot of y'all's first question: do I gotta pay for something? Yes, you do. Like, don't you go out every time you want to do something or buy something? You gotta pay for it, right? Y'all don't second guess those big brands. It's the same thing, y'all. Yes, you have to invest the same way I invested my money to learn a skill, and then went on to invest more in coaching. Same thing. The whole point that you should be looking at, though, you invest once into a digital product, a digital asset, and you get to resell the same exact product over and over and over again without having to buy it again and again and again. So starting should be a no-brainer, because you invest in once and you're reselling the same thing over and over because it's digital. So hopefully that's making sense for the people who may not understand that aspect of it. Do you have MRs? So it's affiliate. It's affiliate. So UBC is $499 and you earn 85%. So every sale is $424. So yeah. I mean, nobody, a lot of, they really kind of, I don't want to say got away from it, but a lot of people switched over to affiliate because master resale rights was just so hard for people to control and keep the scammers out and all of that. And affiliate marketing just allowed them to be able to control the community, plus put give back to it, right? Because UBC, y'all, I ain't gonna lie, since I started 2 years ago, they've added a whole lot more stuff to it. And that's what I love about it, because they don't, once you buy it, you're not stuck with just that information. When stuff evolves, when the skills evolve, things that need to be told or something new you need to learn, you're getting access to a whole updated program, right? So that's what I like, because it's never going to be outdated, because they continue to give you, the most fresh information that you need. So yeah, it's affiliate 85%, so 424 per sale, which is good, y'all. You can literally sell UBC twice a day and make almost $1,000 from two people. But you got to post content. You got to do what you need to do, right? There's a lot of people who do it faceless, y'all. So if y'all scared of being on camera, do it faceless until you comfortable. I actually started faceless. I think I said it earlier, but I started faceless on Instagram, and I didn't technically go face forward on Instagram, y'all, until I was like 6 months in. I was over here talking about it, but on Instagram, y'all, it's on my same Instagram page too. If y'all don't believe me, the same one I'm on now that I'm growing finally. If you get down there to the bottom through all these posts that I made in 2 years, you gonna see them white ladies that I was posting when I first started. It was nothing but white ladies on my page because I was a faceless creator. They didn't know who I was. And I made money like that. Y'all made thousands. And then one day I was like, okay, I'm not doing this. I'm going face forward. Because I mean, I was over here already going live talking about it. But yeah, you can most definitely do it faceless. And there's a lot of successful creators who do it faceless. I've even used AI. I went through my little AI phase like what, 4 or 5 months ago, and I did nothing but AI content. Just an AI twin. And guess what? I still made money. I still made money. And then I went back because I was like, I feel most comfortable and aligned with being face forward. That's just who I am. Even though I'm shy being on camera sometimes, I'd rather just be face forward. Plus, I feel like it's easier. I feel like it's easier. Yep. And then, some people may disagree, but that's me. This is crazy. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Instagram if y'all not already. Follow my Instagram account. It is linked in my bio. You are welcome. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Any last minute questions, y'all? If y'all come across the live later and catch the replay, comment replay so I know you watched the replay, y'all. And if you want to start with UBC, click the link in my bio. It's always linked there. If I remember when I get off, I'll try to link it in the description, but I always forget. So, like I said, you can always find it in my bio. I am gonna do a wait list for my program that's coming out. I'm gonna do a wait list so the people on the wait list get early bird pricing. But I haven't did it yet, y'all. But I'm gonna eventually do it when I get closer. I'm gonna do a wait list so that way if you are on the wait list and you want to learn like that and start like that, you'll be able to get a different price, actually an early bird price on it. But if you're ready to get going now, y'all, and get started, learn a high income skill, make money, possibly quit your job, quit worrying about money, quit worrying about time, all the things that come with freedom of having money, right? It ain't even about the money for me no more. It's about the options to be free, y'all. It's about the fact that I ain't gotta wake up on a schedule, even though I still wake up early. But it's the fact that I don't have to if I don't want to. And my full day is open. Like when somebody wanna go somewhere, I'm going because I can work from my phone, y'all. That's what I enjoy most about it. Like all the freedom that comes with it. So if that's you, like I said, y'all get started. If you have questions, put them in the chat, even if it's later, or just DM me on Instagram. And like I said, y'all, UBC is how I started. There's nothing wrong with starting like that. That's exactly how I got here. That's the course that changed everything for me. And you'll see payment options at checkout. So y'all have no excuse. I don't want to hear shit about money because it's not an excuse. Sign up for the payment plan. Some of y'all be getting approved for $0 down. Some people get approved for like 50 something dollars. It really just depends. You still get immediate access to the course and you still get the right to resell even if you own payment. So it doesn't matter. Does not matter, y'all. But I am about to go if I have no other questions. Anybody else with any other questions before I go? Going once. Going twice. Okay. I guess y'all don't got no questions. But thank y'all for watching, and I will catch y'all in the next live.